Maybe. Hey, what's up, Future Rand? How's it going, man? Yo, what's up, WV? How you guys doing? That guy just showed up. Nice. Yo, what's up, Mr. Mac? SMG, how's it going? Greets from Amsterdam. How's it going? Yo, CC here for the real info. CC, good to know you're back. Hope everything is all well. Thank you, JP. I appreciate that, man. Version 1 was changed to 2%. Yeah. So version 1, you only get 2% reflections. They're doing that to incentivize people to make that migration because everybody was just sitting back who didn't migrate, who was getting much higher reflections. I'm scared when you go live. No, man, don't be scared. I just went live because I feel like this is important information, and I just kind of want to look at all this information with you guys to see if we can all kind of figure out the chaos that's happening right now. Yo, everyone migrate yet? There's nothing crazy going on. I meant there is some stuff going on. You are welcome, Buny Teeps. Yeah, you're welcome. I'll put it on the screen in a second. I'm just setting up the stream real quick. Hello from Cyprus. How's it going, Chris? Chris Duo, how's it going? Greetings from Cyprus, Greece. Oh, wow. Guys, do me a favor, hit the like button, and let's get some more people in here. Just clicking that little button helps get more people in here, so I really do appreciate that. We're going to be looking at all the information and everything right now. Hey, what's up, Moreface83? How's it going, man? This is a great move on the devs' part, in my opinion. I think so, because, I mean, you're going from the 5% to, you know, less than half because of how big the rewards were. So a lot of people are going to be like, oh, crap, I need to migrate. Okay, I'm done. No, it's not. I don't want to scare you guys like, oh, we got some, I mean, we do have some crazy drama that happened. I'm not sure, you know, how much I'm going to talk about all that because I don't see how necessary it is. It's just not that necessary. But I'm down to talk about that as well, actually. Hello, all. Big whales should move over to V2. So if version 1 reflections are 2% now, does the burn wallet eat the rest of the remainder? That's a really good question. See, this is kind of why I wanted to do this because, you know, I'm just one guy, but a lot of you guys are smarter than me. And if we all kind of come together, we can kind of figure it all out. 2% instead of 5% rewards or what? Yeah, Venom, for that. I'll put that on the screen right now. I'm pulling it up right now. Yeah, speak English because we can't moderate different languages. We don't know other languages, so if you guys are saying terrible things, we don't know what you're saying. So I appreciate that if you just speak English. You weren't affected by those tornadoes, right, CC? I know you live in the Midwest. No, I wasn't. Me and my girlfriend were out in that area, and then we drove back, and then like a couple days later, the craziest tornado killed so many people. It was like my mom lives in that area. She was 2 hours away from that, so I called her and I told her, "Hey, be careful tonight," because she doesn't have a storm shelter. And luck, thank God that she wasn't in that area. Is terrible for anybody who was in that area. So that's just that. Tornadoes are scary. You gotta get yourself a tornado shelter. All right, here we go. Yeah, everyone's getting bogged down in the minutia. Ignore the FUD. We have V2 now and can finally move forward. 2022 is going to be epic. Where the hell were you so long? We missed you and your intelligent videos. Your punishment is to sing a song. What song do you want me to sing? Maybe I will. What percentage of people have converted over to the version 2? Does anybody? That's a great question. I kind of just wanted to do this to hang out with you guys and to do some research together with you guys to try to, pull together information. So that's a great. If we can find out what percentage has migrated, that would be really good. What was the other one about the burn wallet? If they turn down reflections, how would they even do that? How do they decrease reflections? Hold on a second. That would mean that it would be 7% instead of that's one way I can think that they do it is 5% still goes to liquidity for buys and sells and all that, but only 2%. So it'd be 7, right? So 2% goes to rewards. Is that what it is? We'll have to do a little bit more about this. Does anyone know how much BNB is needed to convert to V2? I think I've heard like $5 or $4 to $5 worth. Can you tell me what is happening? Well, there's a lot of things happening. They launched version 2, and then there was issues with the web swap, which I think they fixed, where people weren't getting the right amount of tokens. We have information in Discord of them talking about how if you felt that you didn't get the right amount of tokens, that you can like submit a form so that they can go back and look at it and make sure that you get your tokens. And let me pull up this information real quick. Yeah, they talked about the version 2 price, how people couldn't see the price of version 2. They said this takes a few days and they just need a little bit of time for that to show. And somebody said I lost tokens during the swap, and they said anyone who feels they lost tokens, and they shouldn't have because they paid a 10% tax to swap during the early hours, I'm guessing instead of 2%, will be able to file to have those tokens recovered soon. An official form will be posted in the future for those folks. More to come later. So there's a point where they were telling people not to use the web swap because people were somehow coming out with less tokens. And it said there was no rush to migrate to version 2 is what they told us. And then now, because people weren't migrating because they were getting such high rewards, now they've changed the percentage to 2% reflections to try to encourage people to migrate. Maybe they could temporarily increase reflections in V2. That would be a good idea too, Booney. And they might do something like that. They're trying. They want people on version 2, and they already made this change, which I didn't see coming. Hey, what's up, Stacy? Yesterday I heard 16% migrated. Is that it? Okay. Can I just buy directly Safemoon version 2 through PancakeSwap? It says we don't support PancakeSwap with version 2, Safemoon Swap or wallet. Yeah, a lot of this is just, it's new information to me too, where I'm just kind of like, I don't really understand what all is going on either. I mean, there's been so much stuff that happened. There was Thomas going into a space last night, which really yeah, if you talk about that. So, I mean, it's already out there, so it might as well be talked about is how I see it. Because, I don't know, it's such a tough thing because, it's like if you are talking about, you don't want to talk about anything that can hurt your investment, right? But if things come out, should you look at it as an investor? And does it have any kind of impact on the future of the project? And as a content creator, where should I draw the line on talking about things that could be considered negative or FUD, or talking about things or just not talking about it because it might hurt the project, and then letting the investors, if they really want to know that type of information, talk about it. I personally feel that I am not a part of the team. I'm a part of the community, and I believe in standards of judgment whenever you're looking at anything. I don't want to look at Safemoon and say I'm not going to look at anything negative, and then look at anybody that confronts Safemoon and say I'm not going to consider you a reasonable source. I think the same standard for which you judge Safemoon, you should also use to judge other people. There should be like a balanced scale. Because if you don't have that, then you're not going to be able to see realistically. But basically, Thomas came into a space last night and said that the version that he made, the contract that he made for the migration wasn't used, and that there was possible problems with it, and that he was trying to contact John and get a hold of John. And people got very mad at Thomas because they felt like he was just making a scene. Do you think they will fix the reflections in version 1? It was never right. Another thing Thomas also said, he said swap and liquefy wasn't fixed. So there's so much chaos happening right now. Yes, talk about Papa is not fudge, is true. How do you activate the 24 seed phrase on the Safemoon wallet? What do you mean activate the 24 seed phrase? Talk about the 24 word seed phrase and how to set it up, please. Are you talking about importing a wallet? Or are you talking about creating a wallet? Or are you talking about version 2? Because I'm going to be real with you guys. I have not migrated my stuff. I don't hold much Safemoon is why. It's because I got in too late. I don't even hold 1 billion. I hold like 900 million Safemoon. And that was me buying it a bunch of different times because, we get in so late. It's a lot harder to get 1 billion. And the prices that I bought at are kind of probably a lot like you guys. I bought at such higher prices than what we're at now. So it kind of sucks that I put in most of my money towards the height of Safemoon's prices, and I don't even have 1 billion. It's probably not going to be life-changing money for me, right? Version 1 changed to 2%. So it seems like, as far as I understand, and I'll keep looking for more information as we go, that instead of being 5%, it's 2%, which to me, instead of being a 10% fee, would be a 7%. So instead of having 5% of all volume go to, reflections, it's 2% is how I think it's working. 2% of all volume is going to all rewards. But I don't know. We'll have to keep an eye out for updates on that. That's not a little amount. I mean, I think 1 billion is not that much. Let's see. Let's see if we can find some more information. If you guys find information, let me know so I can put it on the screen for everybody. You can tweet it at me so we can just kind of help everybody understand what's going on. Would killing the V1 reflections aid on people moving over? I think people are going to camp because even at 2% with less holders, you get more of the pie with each sale, is what someone's saying. Kat said, well, you're not getting 2%. That is only 1% of reflections to holders, and 0.43% is taken by the burn wallet. So it's very small. I don't think the math on that is correct. But yeah, it would be... Yeah, I guess it's pretty close. It's a lot. You're in the majority. Yeah, like getting 1 billion is very expensive. It's gotten easier lately because the price is so low, but getting 1 billion for the past, April to, where we've gone is very hard to do if you're not rich. Is the value still 0 for version 2? Is that what it's showing? Where is that showing up at? So people were hating on Thomas because he was trying to help. Thomas seemed like he was coming to this space and he was saying, hey, I need everybody to get a hold of John for me because he's not answering my phone. And I think people got really mad at Thomas for doing that because they felt like he was creating a scene and creating FUD about the contract and it having issues in it. Now, from my perspective, and you guys can go listen to I just listened to the whole thing this morning, and they eventually kicked Thomas out of the space because Thomas said that that John's phone was hacked 3 times. And like they felt like Thomas was fudding, so they kicked him out of the space. And then Thomas went and started his own space with like a bunch of other people, and I haven't heard anything from that space. But then John came out and said that his phone was never hacked. And basically John kind of has probably the best approach, and this is probably the best approach to it, is just like everything will be fine and they're working on it and they're going to fix it eventually and everything will be fine. And I really feel that way. Like, you don't even have to look at all the chaos that's happening, and you just put your money in and don't worry about it and wait for things to happen, wait for the big things to happen. But if you're somebody who wants to know and is keeping a close eye on things, kind of like a lot of the YouTubers and really a lot of the community is, we want to know like what's happening on a daily basis. Then yeah, this is the kind of information that you probably want to know. I personally, I like knowing what's going on behind the scenes with the project, even if it's bad. But Papa never said anything negative about John. He always says that he believes in the project. He just was indicating that he thinks that there's big problems with this contract that need to be fixed. And he said they could be fixed and it's not a problem. He just said it needs to happen, and that he was trying to get a hold of John. And that happened last night. I would have ceased trading on version 1. That would be kind of smart. At the moment, the price will keep dropping on version 1 and people are going to be buying in a lot less than the rest of us. But there's also, we were talking about with the contracts that there's going to be crazy, there's opportunities. Yeah, okay, so here's something else I should say, is that I reached out to Thomas and I made a video, because I talked to Thomas about it before I made the video, about how people on version 2 are going to get more reflections than people on version 1. So if you migrate quickly, you might get a lot of reflections. And I ran that by him because he's the wizard, before I would make a video on something like that. And he basically, confirmed that for a period of time that there would be that, but for some reason it's not the contract that he designed. I don't know what the story is behind that or if we'll ever get that, but he said it's not the contract that he made for it, and we got a different contract. And maybe if the one that he had made had gone through, then that it would have worked. I don't know what the full story is. My reflections are still pumping as of 5 minutes ago. And I have heard people on version 2 say they're still getting pretty good rewards. And I think you also have to keep in mind that the version 2 is, a lot less tokens, and the version 1 is, a lot more. So it might look like you're getting a lot more tokens as opposed to the consolidated amount on version 2. Okay. A big thing for me was the swap and liquefy. If there was a way to fix that, that would have been really cool. All right. Thomas from Hero to Zero. In 3 hours, I earned 20 million on version 1. That's crazy. I thought we were supposed to get more reflections if we moved to version 2 earlier than others. So yeah, that's kind of just what I was just explaining about, my conversation, my video with Papa. But then a different contract apparently was used than the one that Thomas worked on. I don't know if we're ever going to get like the full story on that, and I'll try to look into that. Not correct. He said all problems were legacy issues but could be fixed quickly, is what he said. Okay, yeah, I did hear that too. But no, he did say what I said. Everything I've said, you can go listen to the recording. We are not coders to understand the contract, but we definitely want to know what it is, the issues in the new contract. CC, even DeFi Mark said the same things. No major issues were identified by Thomas, Alan Morgan is saying. Yeah, I don't know about that. That's kind of my thing, is like, did anybody watch that space last night? There's allegedly a V3 coming at some point. Yeah, I know, I heard that, Joe. Hopefully that's like the blockchain or something, I don't know. When are they going to update the wallet money amount? I'm starting to get a lot of reflections in version 2 finally. Okay, good. Maybe people are migrating because of this. Let me kind of just look in the space to see if there's any kind of updates on this information. Okay, good. Everybody's getting super hype about migrating. I think that was doing that helped lowering the reflections, is definitely making people want to migrate. Okay, so about the price showing, it says the thing is that version 2 liquidity is currently only in Safemoon swap, which is not a normalized area of storage for liquidity within the world of tokens. So until they add this as an option, price will take a while to show up. That was just now by one of the Safemoon moderators. Safemoon is trying to build bigger things, not just be another token. So no official time on that from the Discord. It says, please note that after your Safemoon has been consolidated into version 2 Safemoon, it will not show a price for a period of time. It says, do not panic. This is normal. Once a sizable amount of holders begin migrating, the market cap will eventually find a stable price and it will be displayed. Please be patient during this time. Okay, so that's pretty good information to have, actually. That is very good information to have. At least we can get this out of the way so we can focus on the things that like I'm really excited about, like the exchange and the blockchain. Those are the things I want to see come out. I was never like super excited for version 2. But they apparently, you know, we needed version 2 in order to do a lot of things that we couldn't with version 1. So it's what we just had to be done, apparently. Because, yeah. All right, let me come back to the chat for a second, see what you guys are saying. Safemoon After Dark recorded on YouTube. Yeah, I just watched the whole thing with Thomas in there, the Safemoon After Dark. Why is the reflections on version 2 not moving? They seem frozen in place since yesterday at 3 p.m. There is no version 3 coming. Anyone saying that is an idiot. Okay. I heard something about that. I mean, you just never know what they have going on. It'd be rad if they had a way to shut down the version 2 burn wallet until the version 1 contract was discontinued, fat reflections, and encourage people to migrate. Second wallet in version 1 is migration wallet, right? I don't know. Okoloko, I haven't looked at any of that yet. I just got back and I didn't plan on doing videos or streams, but then after listening to that space and seeing the chaos that's happening, I was like, you know what, I should do a stream that'll inform people on YouTube about the 2% tax rate so that if they want to, they have this information a little faster so that they can migrate, and so we can kind of come together for a little bit. What is DS? What is DS? Who are the coolest creators you follow? Oh, YouTube. Generation Crypto gave us all a shout out. Oh, that's sweet of him. They're doing another Safemoon roundtable tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to be there for that one. Yeah, that's kind of the information right there. So is this... Okay, yeah, this will be interesting for me to go over. Hey, Crypto, good to see you again. Sorry for not being very communicative since I've been really sick the past few months, but back to health now. Wow, that's crazy, man. Being sick sucks. Sean Coons, what's up, man? I remember you. It's been a while. I'm glad you're doing better, man. I know being sick, it's like a completely different existence. Like you live your life, you do what you want. When you're sick, you're just waiting for it to stop so that you can go back to doing it. It just sucks. Time moves a lot slower. All the sacked former employees of Safemoon go and F themselves. Is there a hardware wallet that we can put Safemoon on? A hardware wallet? I think you can hold your Safemoon in a hard wallet, but I don't know if you're asking about a specific Safemoon hard wallet. Safemoon movie with the chaos? I know, right? There might be some kind of documentary in the future. I always wonder, like, if my channel will have some kind of place in it as like, oh, this channel covered the FUD or something like that. I don't care either way, but I feel like if I do end up in a documentary, like because I've covered negative things of Safemoon, I'm kind of not accepted on some levels, because it's like, hey, you don't buy into the just always be positive. If you're not always positive, then, you know, you're not part of it. But if Safemoon succeeds, the people that thought that way will win out, you know. So here, I'll just go over this information. You guys can see this, right? Yeah. So it says former Safemoon CBO Thomas Smith washed dirty linens. This article was on Watcher Guru, which is kind of odd, by Vinod D'Souza. And this will kind of go over all this information that kind of gives us somewhat of an idea. This is good information to cover. Smith joined the Safemoon After Dark Twitter Space post version 2 upgradation. I don't know if that's a word, but they put that in there. That's a good word if it is. And went out on a rant against the team. I don't know if that's really true. If you listen to it, I don't know if you're going to get that. But he stated that there's a lot of issues with the new upgrade and would not pass a CerTic audit. He did say that. He did say those things. The ex-chief blockchain officer also stated that John Carony's phone was hacked 3 times. He did say that, but there was a type of context to why he said that, which I might just pull up that video to see if we can find it, but we'll just finish this article. He said Smith went on an unending rant that shocked listeners who logged onto the Twitter space. He repeatedly used the F word, displaying unprofessionalism throughout the Twitter space. Now, I don't use the F word while I'm streaming because to me, it is unprofessional, but I don't really, and I always have kind of felt that way about Papa since he was a part of the team and he was part of the main 6 faces that you see that, out there dropping F-bombs. I do feel like it is unprofessional, but he's not part of the team, so who cares? Most people speak that way. They speak in F-bombs, you know what I mean? That's not really noteworthy to me. He's not on the team. He can say whatever he wants. Surprisingly, Thomas Smith was kicked out of Safemoon After Dark Twitter space while he was speaking. As soon as he was kicked out, Smith tweeted, "Was I kicked or did the space end? Because tonight can be the night, I guess. Do you even want to know?" Hinting that there's more coming up. All right, I'm going to stop there for a second and see what you guys are saying. No reflections on a hard wallet is what JJJR says. I think they wanted to start fresh and not allow any past employees not to be able to manipulate on the V2. V3 is on Safemoon Twitter. Moon scan shows reflections. Wasn't sure if we could add the contract address to a hardware wallet like we can on hot wallets. Papa puts his foot in his mouth sometimes, is what Mr. B says. What's up, Shane? SDR, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Safemoon Twitter says when V3. As soon as we get V2, that's what we're saying. I have not migrated, Sean. I'll probably, I don't like messing with my wallet at all because, you get worried that you might do something wrong. But I probably, whenever I do decide to, I probably will still wait because I don't have a lot of tokens. Like I told you guys, I got less than 1 billion. So I'm probably going to wait a little bit and then do it. But I don't have a lot of tokens to where it matters if I do it early or not. I have less than 1 billion. I'm not going to get an insane amount of rewards or reflections. I'm just a small fry. Yeah, he did speak like that when he was on the team. You're right, Policy. This article reads unbiased. Did CNN write this article? So I don't know how up to date you guys are on Papa, but it does seem like a lot of Safemoon community is kind of turning on him. Hackers are waiting for you to migrate. So Papa said, was I kicked or did the space end? Because tonight can be the night, I guess. Do you even want to know? Saying, I don't know if he's saying there's something big that you guys don't know. Do you guys want me to tell you? Or if he's just saying, do you guys want to know my side of the story, which is the real side? I don't know. I don't know if you could. But he did delete those. And then he did say, from an outside perspective, I said what I said, nothing but love and respect to the Safemoon community. He's always said that. He's always said, no harsh feelings towards John or Safemoon. He never, talks trash on Safemoon. All he said was that John's phone got hacked and that there was issues with the contract and they didn't use his. And he was trying to get in touch with John to help, even though during the space, and you guys won't really hear this part unless you listen to it, but during the space, one of the guys that runs the space asked Thomas if Thomas reached out to the people that he left in charge of the contract to let them know of the issues that he was talking about. And Thomas said that he did, and they said, what did they tell you to do? And they said, they didn't tell me to do anything. So apparently Thomas let the developers that were left behind in order to take over his position know about his concerns about the new contract, that he wasn't aware that was being launched, and the problems that could arise. We're running into some issues, but once again, we run into issues with every single launch. The wallet, website issues, we always run into issues, and then it always just fixes itself, and people freak out while it's happening. But you could literally just not pay attention to this, and your investment's fine. It just kind of depends on how much you have invested, or how much you want to know all the details. If you want to know everything that's going on, then that's fine. But if you don't really care, then unless you have a big investment where you have to be constantly informed so that you can make the best decision, then you're probably like me, where it's like, I don't hold enough to really be worried about these things. I hold less than 1 billion tokens. I'm interested in the future of Safemoon, and I like knowing what's happening with Safemoon, especially since I'm supposed to report on it and tell you guys about it. But I'm not worried about it. All right, let me read chat for a second, and then we'll finish this article. The Safemoon team are young and immature. So I don't want to say immature, but they are super young. Like, yeah, I am 32, and I'm young, but it's a lot of, I think John's like 20 something. It's like very young people. It doesn't mean that they're not qualified or that they can't do a good job. It's just that they don't have as much experience as somebody who's been doing it for 5, 10, 15 years. And there's nothing wrong with that. Safemoon V1 is dumping. Why not just buy V1 after it dumps and turn it to V2? I don't think anyone thought this out. JJJR, yeah, so that's where I don't understand this really all well enough to know, but it does seem like, and Tom, this is one of the things that Thomas talked about when he came in the space, is that there is going to be major arbitrage opportunities. And I'm sure everybody in here knows what arbitrage is, but it's just taking advantage of a different price in one spot and then taking it to the other spot where it's higher and then making a profit of the same thing. So I don't know if that's going to be a possibility or not, but it does seem like there is probably a possibility for some arbitrage opportunities to make profits here. Hopefully no big whales do anything like that. Crypto Diamond said the problem with Papa is he is too transparent. You're probably right. I don't know when it comes to judging people. It's hard to judge people because they're in such a different situation. But you might be right. Maybe he just tells too much. That's what Crypto Atlas was saying. I was listening to everybody's opinions, and there was bad information going in there in the space. They were saying that Papa said that he wasn't going to work the weekends unless he got another 5 million. Well, it wasn't Papa that said that. That was Hank. And everybody in the space just immediately accepted that as a fact. And I'm like, man, you got to do a little bit more research than that if you're going to be just, if you're going to not hear anything negative about Safemoon and immediately accept negative things about people that seem to be saying negative things about Safemoon. That's just not a good standard of judgment to have a realistic perspective. You got to be fair to both sides, because that wasn't Papa that said that. That was Hank. Papa never said they better pay me 5 million for. You can go listen to the recordings. It was Hank, and Hank said, I shouldn't have said that. That was a terrible thing to say, and I apologize. And now Hank's working with Nobility Token. Crypto Atlas had a meltdown. Oh, I didn't see that. He seemed fine on the recording if you listen to the recording. Okoloco says, good point, VJ. They should freeze buying V1. Yeah, I think whatever it is, they're going to deal with it 100%. If there is some opportunity, they will deal with it very quickly, I imagine. You can buy small amounts of V2 on Pancake. That's odd because it sounded like John was saying that it wasn't going to work with Pancake, which is weird to me, because then if you go to buy, you can't use PancakeSwap, which is how a lot of us did buy it, using Trust Wallet and PancakeSwap. Nothing against the young. Young equals innovation. However, the drama of younger people in the space, and just that drama, emotional intelligence is key on business. I don't really think it's young people that's causing the drama. I think it's greed. You have greed that's causing drama. We have a lot of older people that are a part of this as well. I'll finish this real quick. The entire conversation is recorded and is available for people to listen to at a stretch. However, Smith stated that he's in good contacts with Carony and will help him come out of any situations. Also, a user asked Smith if he and others were fired from Safemoon or they left voluntarily. Thomas answered, it's not spinning up. They were fired, or they were fired like they resigned because they know they were about to get fired, but it's not normal. His answer to that was that everybody told the truth when they left. I don't know what I believe. I don't think I really believe that. Whenever John talks about how he had to clean house, it makes it sound like John took care of business. It doesn't make it sound like people, oh, okay, it's time, you're going to quit. Okay, we'll call that a restructuring. Maybe people decided, hey, I don't want to be here anymore. And John said, okay, that works for what's best for Safemoon, and I'll go get new people. And maybe he just calls that the restructuring. Maybe they weren't fired. Like, I don't really know. And John's not going to tell us because he can't. So then they kicked Thomas out of the space, kind of at a spot that you wouldn't think they would. They don't. It surprised me when I was listening to it. They kicked Thomas out, and you're like, what? And then obviously, you know, if you get kicked out of the space, especially where he got kicked out, I'm sure he was pissed. But he apparently went and started his own Twitter space with Moon Matt, which I don't know who Moon Matt is. If somebody in the chat can tell me, who is Moon Matt? And apparently DeFi Mark and Hank, and apparently they were trying to get Jack Haynes in there. So it was like some crazy, just some more crazy probably drama that's going on. But once again, it's just kind of like, are you interested in it or not? Because it probably doesn't matter. And Safemoon is going to continue as it, to do as well as it's going to do regardless of the drama that comes out. However, the good thing is that every investor's tokens are safe, and there's no way anyone's investment is in harm's way. The V2 upgradation is safe, and there's no data that shows something is wrong with the contract. Upgradation? The V2, why don't they just say upgrade? Why is it upgradation? I have to see if that's a real word. Safemoon V2. Safemoon launched the much-awaited V2 migration to its users on the Web20 Binance Smart Chain platform. The V2 upgradation is fully implemented, and holders can swap their Safemoon tokens into the V2 network. So it was kind of a problem because people were migrating. They were doing like what they're supposed to do, and then were kind of not really being punished for it. They were just missing out because everybody on V1 was being rewarded. But they just switched it to 2%, which I think is going to incentivize a lot of people to switch back not to switch back, but to move over and finally migrate to the version 2 contract. And they could probably do other things to help motivate people to do that as well. Every time they fire me, I walk away myself. You can't buy much. More can be bought every hour as liquidity increases, but for now, you would be better buying V1. Okay. Personally bought V2 on Pancake, 1.5% swap. Moon Matt, I believe, is DeFi Mark's roommate and co-founder of Surge. Okay. That's weird because I've interacted with Mark, and I don't really have an idea of who that guy is unless he goes by 2 different names. Be careful buying on any other way than Safemoon Wallet website. Yeah, for sure, Libby, because everybody's trying to scam you right now. It's Mark's friend. Okay, so get this. I bought $50 of BNB to help transfer some of this, and I did, but my plan was to move everything to my hardware wallet. Luckily, it was in the sense with everything but BNB. My phone is corrupted, and I had to format it unless I can find my seeds. I am shit out of luck. Sorry to hear that, Craig. That's kind of crazy. Plan was to move everything to my hard wallet. Luckily, it was in the sense and everything but BNB. I think they should freeze V1 buying. It could really F everything up if they buy lower V1 Safemoon and then dump the V2. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, these are good questions that need to be addressed. That's kind of part of why I'm doing this space. I'll stream for a little bit longer and then I'll probably end it. But I just wanted to let people know kind of what was going on with the contract and how they moved it down to 2%. Someone also, okay, so, I talked to the YouTubers and they talk about I think we all just have our different approaches to it, I think, many of the other YouTubers take the approach that we should just cover the positive. And I agree with that, but I personally don't choose to do it that way. Thomas just stated he owned $1 million worth of Safemoon. I don't know how that's possible. I don't know if that's true, but I did hear someone said that. Yeah, he's not genuine liar deceiving us. I'll take that award away. He lied to us that he didn't have any Safemoon other than what the community members sent him. Yeah, see, I have no idea what's going on, guys. So much chaos and drama has broken out. I ended up selling my Safemoon yesterday, and I will just rebuy when it dips. The swap was too much of a hassle. I moved my Safemoon coins to my hardware wallet at the start, but due to reflections, it kept building in my trust wallet. That's what I meant by it was in cents. Okay. I think that is happening on the website swap. That's why I'm here. You show everything good and bad. I did swap from the website without problems. Yeah, I'm sure you could just go to the web swap now that it's fixed, because right when it launched, it was having issues and people weren't getting all their tokens, or they're getting charged an extra percentage somehow. Papa did say it on stream, as we clearly know. He stated that he had none. I know. He said that he only had a small bag that he was donated, and then he said had 1 million. Maybe there's a story that fixed that, that makes that. Maybe he got some for leaving. Like, I don't know. But I don't know what the missing piece is, and only he can answer that. Either he lied or there's a missing piece of information we don't have. I wrote off all my investments as a loss already, so it's all interesting. That's a good way to look at it. Safemoon version 2 is live. Phase 1, current phase. Easiest way to migrate is through the Safemoon wallet. The only official V2 address is posted on Safemoon's website. Don't rely on other sources. That's definitely good information. Some have lost 10% version 2 tokens from migration before propagation was complete. Not to worry, save your transaction hash and wait for only official Safemoon to release a form to reclaim those tokens that were lost. Any form for this not released on Safemoon official channels is a scam, so I'll only do it through Safemoon. Discord is probably the safest place to be for all that. Yeah, Safemoon Pulse. Shout out to Safemoon Pulse. She has been a great help to the Safemoon community in boxing and getting this information. So phase 2 is centralized exchange should do the migration for you. Working with third parties, all will be different. Essentially, after Ryan and team use specific accounts to give them access for migration, the exchange will need to halt trading of the Safemoon V1 token and activate the Safemoon V2 token. And then the third phase, Safemoon V1 contract decommission. No worries, we will all know in plenty of time. There'll be a lot of time to make sure to have a deadline where you have to get to V2. Safemoon wallet update. Yeah, I'm not too interested in that part. Let me read chat for a second. Hey, buddy, love that you're still keeping a balanced view on both sides of this. And EGC, been an interesting ride recently, but that's crypto. Keep it up. I don't always comment, but you get a like and a view. Thank you, Dane Grant. Shout out to Dane Grant. I really appreciate you, man. It's always great to hang out with you guys and hear your guys' opinions and stuff. Did Thomas even make his video yet? I don't know if he did. I know he was working on a video, but I don't know what it's supposed to be. A small bag to Papa is a big bag to us. He has a McLaren. Yeah. Maybe his bag was $1 million and he called it a small bag. I don't know. I don't know if I'd call that a small bag, though. Hello, can you please tell me I have 5 different wallets, so can I combine them into one? Any information? So you have 5 different wallets. It's such an interesting thing because people always say, you know, after Moonmark made that video, that a wallet doesn't hold your tokens; it just allows you to access what's happening on the blockchain. Like, what are your different wallets? Do you have like Trust Wallet, MetaMask, or do you have like 5 wallets, 5 Safemoon wallets? Did you make 5 Safemoon wallets? 2 million, 2 million, 2 million. Everybody's saying 2 million now. Oh, how much would 2 billion be? Yeah, it's just 1,000 to 1. So it should be from billions to millions. Yeah. Thank you for that. Yeah, my buddy holds 24 billion version 1. He was shorted 2.4 billion version 1, but 2.4 million in version 2 upon migration. But the devs are fixing it. Yeah, they are going to fix it. That's how I feel about this. Is no matter what comes out right now, it will all be fixed. So. Well, at least Thomas appears to be, you know, moving on. Like, it'll all be good. So many people on Twitter were getting hit with big discrepancies in swap rates, so be careful if you have Trust Wallet or MetaMask. Craig Bennett says, so on my hardware wallet, I sent about 603 million and got back to 670, and got back 670,000. I figured I wasn't seeing the taxes taken, and maybe the extra is the taxes refunded. I don't know. Those are weird numbers. They don't seem to make sense in my head. It seems like you're ending up with more than what you had. was discussed in depth at the Thomas Twitter space just this. So one of the big things about this space, if you go listen to this, is somebody accusing Thomas of knowing that this was going to be a problem beforehand and playing dumb. And then after it came out, then he tried to sound the alarm. The guy was very angry at Thomas. You know, I don't know what the truth is, but he felt like Thomas could have prevented this. I don't know what the truth is until somebody speaks up about it. But like I said, it doesn't really matter. We'll move forward and we'll work on our new projects, and we'll get the exchange and the blockchain out. John said, we don't react. We take time to assess the field and then come up with the best course of action. Being reactive was version 1 Safemoon. We're now V2. We make educated decisions and move based on the data. Oh, you can have a ton of different wallets. That's actually very, really cool. That's a very nice feature. All right. Somebody said, why do you not talk about it? I believe when they say why not talk about it, it's referring to all the drama with Thomas in that space last night, talking about the contract and talking about his cell phone, saying that his cell phone had been hacked. And he said, it's noise and I don't care for it. People are free to say what they want, and I bear no ill will towards folks, as that is ill will, and I hate weighs you down to where you cannot accomplish the mission. You know, there's not a lot of people in here. That's okay. It's because I haven't been uploading or streaming as much for a couple weeks, 2-3 weeks. Watching Papa burning bridges in real time. When will my actual dollar balance show back on my Safemoon wallet? I migrated and it disappeared. So when you go to the version 2, it said it's going to take a while. They didn't give us a time frame. They just said it will take a while. They said that we have to build up enough of the like market cap or liquidity for version 2 before the price will show up, is what I read earlier from Discord. That was like 20 minutes ago. After hearing Thomas on Twitter during drunk hour last night, I don't want a video or anything else from Thomas. I see him totally different now. He needs to get out of the picture. Now let's talk about the Bitmart hack. That cost us 70% of our value. They need to pay up. Yeah, the Bitmart hack, that was bad as well. I think Adam Bergman took a pretty big hit from that one. I think Adam Bergman held like his Safemoon on Bitmart, so I think he lost a lot of Safemoon from that. When massive leap in technological advancement, Carony said, already there, the hype, I've never seen that word before, the hydrophilic nanoparticles are being applied to the turbines at Area 32 by the Dark Moon team. They are getting me hyperspectral imaging and other scans and data. What? That was something that I kind of missed out on because I was doing something during the AMA. Somebody asked John, what is up with all this Twitter drama from Papa? He said, I actually don't pay attention to what happens on Twitter minus talking with holders or when thousands of people make Sanage on their profile pic. For me, it's noise that detracts from the mission. So that's why I'm like, it's not a problem. But there's nothing wrong with wanting to know what's going on as well. Because somehow all this drama is like connected to the past. It's all connected to Hank and Jack and Thomas and even DeFi Mark, and not just DeFi Mark, but also see, and the people in that space. And I'm gonna go into one of their spaces and talk to them. If they do a space tonight, I'm gonna go into that space because not that I have a bone to pick with them, but that some of their information was incorrect when they started talking about Mark and what went on with Mark, because they were insinuating that Thomas gave Mark a bad contract, but I don't know. I just have to have a conversation with him, I guess. From everything I've seen, Mark is a good guy, and he messed up on a contract, and it was a big mess up, and then a lot of people lost money. I lost a little money out of it. I lost like $700. But yeah, John did say, no, my phone has not been hacked. I won't be talking about what is said on Twitter Spaces. So you are using synthetic lube to make less friction on windmills. So no, it's actually manipulating how air interacts with the blades themselves, essentially enhancing the airfoil to increase efficiency. Okay. That nano bullshit is real sounds baloney to me. I don't even know. Wonder how they're handling the locked liquidity during this process. It's something not brought up much. Unlocked in 2025 will be interesting what's done with it. Yeah, it's locked for 4 years. So how does that work? That's a good question as well. Papa equals drama, but he is entertaining. He is the Elon Musk of devs. Go back and watch the Crypto Batman Papa interview. Classic. So that's all that this thing is. Nanoparticles are being applied to the turbines. It's just something that makes it saves a lot of money in how much it spins. Now they're starting a hashtag unfollow Papa. I don't know. These Twitter spaces get out of hand, and it's very quick. It's very easy for a whole Twitter space to go one way or the other. And obviously the people running the space can just kick anybody out. I can't sell on V2 as no liquidity. John said that's incorrect. Version 2 has liquidity. There's trading going on. If you're using a PCS, we no longer support PancakeSwap. Use Safemoon Swap or the Safemoon wallet. That's so weird to me. Saying that they don't support PCS. I don't know how you could not do that. John changed the code into version 2. Version 2 did not have something Papa wrote. Due to that, Papa cannot see the contract and give a DeFi mark to copy and paste it to use. Papa's pissed at John for... Yeah, I don't know if that sounds like bullcrap. But I think I probably will be looking at the drama happening. I don't know if I'll be covering it or not. Let me check to see if there's any updates, guys. I'll be right back. Sorry, there's always trash talking in the Discord. Somebody said, guys like you are the cancer of each product. Someone said the majority of holders haven't switched yet. So great information to know would be, is it a 7% fee now? Is that what's going on? Is it only 7% to buy now? Or is that 3% going somewhere else? Because that would be kind of big information, right? You'd be buying Safemoon at a 7% cost. Maybe one of you guys can help me confirm that. Because they put it down to a 2% fee, right? For rewards. Now, either they somehow increased those rewards to the burn wallet and took a greater percentage to the burn wallet, which I don't really know if they could do that. Maybe. Or they literally just changed the percentage and... Oh, you know what they could do? They could be doing 8% to liquidity and 2% to reflections. That's a good question. I don't think they're going to tell that. Someone said your math is wrong. The 2% had made the reflections currently equal, and as time progresses, version 1 reflections will go down and version 2 will go up. We have passed that crux. Tread carefully with your game of chicken. There might be just that opportune moment to migrate where you got the most reflections from V1 and now you're getting the most reflections from V2. And that might be happening. I'm not sure what will happen. Okay, I'm going to come back and look at what you guys are saying for a second. 2% tax. Rocket Surgeon, what's up, man? Here's somebody who might know what's going on. Might understand it a little better. I guess it's all right if I buy some V1 Safemoon and now and consolidate afterwards, right? Just in case the price skyrocket after no V1. Crypto control. I saw somewhere on a reliable Twitter space that Papa is now involved in a new token called HODL Vault, which is 1 week old now. Is that true? I'm not sure about that. You'd have to do some more research on that. I don't understand how all this weird stuff is going on to help the price, the value of a business is affected in crypto, like the stock market. Like Safemoon just has to create real projects that large amounts of people want to use. That's all we need. Is they got to create something that attracts a lot of outside investors and has a real use for people to keep coming back and to keep using it. If we don't create that, then Safemoon better be super hype. They better get some crazy billboards going up, like Safemoon Whale talked about doing the Burj Khalifa. John won't take a call from Papa. Let that sink in. Well, it was late at night. Sup, brother? Tax is universally 2% on V1. Do you want to jump on a call with me, Rocket? On Discord? I guess it's alright if I buy some V1 Safemoon now and consolidate afterwards. Already read that. What's good, bro? What's up, Bloxburg with Vegas? Good to see you back, man. I'm just going to stream for about 20 minutes more. I kind of just wanted to do a stream to cover the 2%. Oh, Evergrow coin changed their symbol. Made it all Christmassy. I'm not a big fan of Christmas, but it's whatever. Oh, you know what? I gotta grab my let me grab my headphones real fast so that audio's not blasting into the mic. Call him. Make sure the audio's all the way up. Okay, I think it should be good.
Hey, brother.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Yeah, so right now, universal 2% tax on V1. So they lowered it just so that, folks weren't just sitting on V1 collecting more collections. So as an incentive to get folks to move over to V2.
Yeah, I saw that. I think I'm just not understanding that.
So
I thought they had lowered reflections to 2% instead of 5%. Is that not right?
No, the tax on V1 was just dropped to 2%.
Like from 10%?
So, yeah.
So wouldn't that make it?
Everyone to head over.
Oh, wouldn't that make it cheaper to buy though?
Absolutely. So the arbitrage is absolutely there.
Is there a way to confirm that? Not that I don't trust you.
I want to say Cats R Us should have put out a tweet.
So
it'd
be a great time to buy if that was true. It'd be a great time to buy Safemoon, right?
Oh yeah, if you need to load a bag, this is pretty convenient. Over to V2 with no tax.
The version 1 tax has been changed to 2%.
And so rewards are a pittance of that.
That's so odd to me. That seems like that would increase holders on V1 instead of V2.
Yeah, it's better. It's better that way because you'll have folks that are going to be buying up the liquidity essentially, and then just transferring it over to V2. And so the result is, they get what they're looking for, which is adoption of V2. But in the meanwhile, it's going to be a whole lot of fun.
Something about that, I mean, maybe I'm just not understanding it, but something about that just doesn't sound right to me. It's like you're getting less reflections on V1.
Lower percentage, yeah. But because of the arbitrage, there's more volume on V1 because there isn't really, until they shut it off completely, there's no incentive to trade on V2. No reason to buy in V2 because it just makes more sense to purchase on V1 and then just migrate it over. So it's sort of just a transitional period. But if they had left it the way it was before, then just everyone would just stick on V1. There'd be no reason to move over.
Well,
until a deadline was set.
Yeah, the deadline. I mean, that's all they had to do is set a deadline.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, thanks for talking about that with us.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. Take it easy, man.
Yeah, yeah. Have a good one, man. I think I have a couple friends with Rocket in their name, and I think I was confusing two of them. But yeah, he's a cool guy. Well, you're not getting 2%. That is only 1% of reflections to holders. That's where it's like, that sounds like a problem. Sounds like it's cheaper to buy Safemoon. Can somebody confirm this for me, or should I just buy some right now on V1 to see if what the tax is? I might just do that. You migrated within the first hour? Wait until a whale sells and am filling a bag or two. I meant, yeah, if the people who did what was right got screwed, the people who migrated early are getting the least benefit out of all this. I mean, that would suck. I know a lot of people would not be happy about that. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna buy some and see what the tax is, guys. I'm just gonna do this right now. I'll let you guys know what happens. That's the best way to test it, right? I come here because you talk about everything, not just the stuff that tickles holders' ears. Yeah, like I'm so divided between talking about reality, just that's all. It's really what it is being real with the situation, and like not trying to hurt a project, and you have to find that balance. Okay. What? So I'm going to buy some right now, guys. I'll let you guys know what the tax is on what I bought. I bought with 12% slippage last night. Most people are out of funds. However, well, they just changed it to 2% is the problem. And unless I need somebody smart in here, because I mean, it'd be kind of a big deal. Why would people not just buy a crap ton of Safemoon if it's only a 2% fee? That's why I'm like, there has to be something I'm not understanding about this. Would killing the... well, you're not getting 2%. So yeah, what that does is it decreases reflections, right? That greatly decreases reflections. To aid this process even further, the V1 contract tax rate has been changed to 2%. I wonder if everything was reduced by, 5. Like you just divided the whole contract tax by 5, so that 2% still makes up the liquidity and the reflections. So 1% to reflections, 1% to liquidity, And then out of that 1% to reflections, half of it goes to the burn wallet. Okay. Okay, yeah, that is what Katz is saying. So Kat's math was right. 1% goes to liquidity, 1% goes to reflections, and 0.43%, that's the burn wallet, holds 430 trillion, is taken by the burn wallet, so it's very small. So you're getting 0.53%. But at the same time, does that not create a bigger problem of being able to buy just a crap ton of Safemoon for 2%? That's why I'm going to test this right now. I'm going to buy some and see how much I get. Just check Pancake Swap to cost swap. BNB does not match the price shown in Trust Wallet, so no arbitrage opportunity. %2 is only for transfers, not buying and selling. So I know that the information is going to get a little jumbled up right now. This isn't talking about transfers. This is talking literally about the tax on Safemoon on the version 1 contract. The 2% transfers is what is happening on, I believe, the version 2 contract is what allows for the 2% transfers, so that you can send wallet to wallet and only lose 2% instead of losing 10, so that if you wanted to send your grandma some, you don't take a huge loss. But this 2% is not talking about transfers. It's talking about a tax. The version 1 contract tax rate has been changed to 2%. It is a big mess. It really is. Darren on Twitter just had a good point. He said, yeah, Darren's an awesome guy. He said Papa might have just admitted to having Asperger's, and that is why he comes across the way he does. He might have been trying to help. So, yeah, I don't know if anybody actually listened to that last night, but my personal take on that is that Papa as a human being, we all make mistakes. We all have emotions, and we all work differently, and we have to give each other room to fail and grow. And whether somebody's knowingly doing something wrong or whether they just make a poor decision is, two different things. I think that Papa honestly did see something wrong with the contract, and maybe he didn't handle that the best way, but he was trying to reach out, and I think he did have what's best in mind as far as getting it fixed, but he might not have went about it in the best way when it comes to producing FUD. That's how I see it, based on listening to that call. I don't know how many of you guys actually listened to that or not. What? 2% applies to buys too. I literally just tested on V1. That's what I'm saying. Could you not just buy a crap ton of Safemoon right now? I mean, it might be a good time to buy, guys. There's only like 170 people in here. If you can test it, and you're getting Safemoon at that big of a discount, that's a really good discount. It's possible for whatever reason the team can't move liquidity without great cost, or they can't. Papa has Asperger's. I don't know, man. Let me look at Darren's thing. I mean, I don't know. Let's just listen to what he said real quick.
In his own space, and I might. Hey guys, one more video, and then I'm going to shut up about this. But I did notice Thomas say something last night in his own space, and I might have misheard. It's very possible. So if anybody knows for sure, please correct me, because I think the truth is more important than anything here. But at one point when he was talking, he said that he was an Aspie. So for those who aren't familiar with what that means, it means that he's saying he has Asperger's syndrome. I'm not saying ass burgers, like a burger made of ass. That's not what I'm saying here. Asperger's is, I'm going to read this really quick. It's a developmental disorder affecting ability to effectively socialize and communicate. The syndrome is a condition on the autism spectrum with generally higher functioning people that are on there. So given the way that Thomas socializes, people often will mistranslate what he's saying, or they'll take what he's saying in a negative light when really that's not the case. I'm not trying to vouch for him here. I'm not taking sides. I'm not saying none of that. I'm not trying to cause more drama by bringing this up. I just think it's interesting, and I think it makes sense. I'm a musician, and I know a lot of musicians are on the autism spectrum. So are artists, very much so. So oftentimes that comes across in a negative light when in reality it's really not negative. It's a condition on how you think. So something to keep in mind. Again, correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't know. I don't know about all that. Darren's a cool guy, though. Check out his stuff. I usually feel like he's a pretty realistic guy when it comes to, you know, 1,000 million. Festive competition. I'll do that. That'd be awesome. I just want to hit it at least half a penny. Crypto Control, have you bought already? Is there only two? I'm doing it right now. Sorry, I had to verify some stuff. I'm doing it right now. So I'm going to do a very specific amount that's going to help me know. I mean, you might not even have to do it. You might just be able to go into there and it'll tell you how much you're getting. But I'm going to put it through just to see. I'll just go buy a little bit right now and we'll see what the tax is right now. What's at the 0.04 a share? I'm not sure what you're talking about. I'm sorry, bro. Thomas is getting a lot of hate right now. I feel like there might be things, but I don't know if it's as bad as the amount of hate he's getting. I don't know if it's that bad. So I'm about to do it, guys. I'm about to buy some, and we'll see. I'm not going to tell you how much it is because you'll be able to figure out my wallet. Yeah, no, I'm not buying through the wallet, no. I'm buying through PancakeSwap. I just swapped my version 1 to version 2 and nothing swapped. Anyone else having this issue? Bloxburg with Vegas, I think I read something earlier in the Discord that was saying that it might just take a little bit of time. What, you literally didn't get your tokens? You didn't get the consolidated tokens? Is that what you're saying? Carl Loggins, what's up, man? So there isn't enough V2 to supply V1? I don't know what's going on. This is chaos. Hey, Crypto Control, have you bought already? I'm working on it right now, Lions. Sorry. I'm high functioning also, Asperger's. I think due to things like this is why we have like an 85% unemployment rate. Like social can be a problem and sometimes people look too deep into what is said. Yeah, like people are very critical of Papa and I don't know if it's warranted or not. Definitely paid off to wait a day for V1 reflections. It just sucks for whoever's not benefiting. You know, it sucks that anybody doesn't, that there's not equal profit. So long time no talk. Sorry, I've been real, but you're good, man. I know you're busy working. Everybody's got lives going on. I haven't posted in 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. I'm just waiting for this purchase to go through so that I can use this smart chain to get some more Safemoon and see what the fee is for me on the version 1 contract. But in the meantime, I can just go look at it. Still love you. Thank you, Carl. You're awesome. You're one of my biggest supporters. I'll never forget you, Carl. You're even a mod. If that's the case, Bitmart better go on and buy some Safemoon. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I don't like all the hate Papa is getting, Asperger's or not. We all say boneheaded or insensitive things sometimes. I got charged, but no swap. Huh. Well, just keep, you know, hash transactions. You know what? It's always on the BSC scan, but you'd be able to show it to the mods and they'll be able to probably help you with it if it was an error on their part. If not, then the only thing I could think is it's working on going through right now or you sent it to the wrong address. You know what they could do if they wanted to make this right is give something to those of us that did this sooner than later, like a limited NFT or something. I know it is rough trying to keep everybody happy. Okay, I'm about to do this. Let me go ahead and see what happens. I'm going to make the math very simple. On the Safemoon wall, is it cheaper to buy V1 than V2? That's a good question as well. I'm sorry, I'm not going to have that answer. I need to do some math real quick. I'm going to buy some and see what the... Because if it was 2% buying fee, that would be insane. Wouldn't the price skyrocket on V1? That's where it's like, my brain just doesn't understand all this. If everybody starts buying because there's only 2% buy, wouldn't the price go up a lot? I'm still on V1. Should I wait to migrate? I don't want to tell you what to do. I would just say do a lot of research. I'm personally going to wait just because I don't have a ton, and it's not a lot to worry about. Waiting for all the bugs to be fixed. You have Papa tweeting out there is a problem with V2. Is he tweeting really? I don't see anything new. Papa token? Is he making his own token? Make sure to buy Papa token, guys. You might be able to make money off that. I don't know if that's real or not. But that's why we're in this space, is to make money. Okay, let me check some things out real fast. I just need to do a little bit of math. So the price in Trust Wallet for V1 is 50147. Wait a second. Is it? It might only be a 2% tax, guys. Hold on. I know I saw Goku too from that movie. Papa said conflicting stuff now. I was in the space Papa was in. He was causing panic. His issue was so bad was that people waiting to migrate were getting loads of reflections. Coming out with his own token, putting on the blockchain. I meant, if people hate him, it might not do as well. If he can keep his image alive, it seems like he can't. If Safemoon turns its back on you, then that was all your support. But I'd probably still throw some money in it. I'll throw money at anything if I think it might make some money. Throw a couple hundred or something, you know. Glad I didn't put a lot of money in because there's way too much uncertainty with Safemoon. So guys, I'm about to buy it. Looks like it's only a 2% tax rate right now to buy Safemoon version 1, which, as far as I understand, means that you could buy Safemoon at the cheapest tax rate ever, and then migrate it to version 2 for higher reflections, because the tax rate is only 2%. On the version 2, it'll be back to 10, so all the volume happening over there will be... I don't know. If I'm understanding that right. If I'm not, you know, please correct me and I will correct myself. But that sounds like... crap, I gotta do one more thing just to make sure this math is right. Sorry guys, I just want to make sure the math is like dead on so that I understand what the percentage is. Because if this is true, that means it probably would be a great time to buy a bunch of Safemoon on V1 and then move it over because you only have to pay 2% tax. I imagine that would be the best thing to do right now. I don't want to say, you know, but in my mind, I might do that myself. It might be the best thing to do is to, if you were planning on buying Safemoon, put in the big amount that you were planning on buying because it's only a 2%, and then migrating that over to version 2 for the higher rewards. Unless something else goes wrong to where people on V1 get benefited more than the people on V2, or there's some crazy arbitrage opportunity. I don't know. I don't know why this all appears to be so chaotic. Okay. Let me do this real quick, my dudes. So, yeah, it's literally sorry guys, if you got what I'm doing right now, guys, is I'm buying it and I'm calculating the difference in the tax to figure out if it is a 2%, because it looks like it is. 91,995 people are on V2. Oh wow. I think it's still going lower on V1. Wait a bit. Oh, you think that the price is going to go lower? Well, I'm not buying much right now. But yeah, I guess ultimately, if the price does go lower, I have no idea. What slippage did you use? I haven't done it yet, but I wasn't even going to mess with the slippage. I think it's sitting on like 12 for Safemoon. Okay, let me do this real quick. Let me just do this. Let me do this, because I mean, this could be a really great opportunity for anybody who happened to have some money that they were getting ready to throw down on Safemoon to buy with a 2% tax instead of 10%. Usually you're losing 10% of what you're putting in instead of 2%. You could buy a massive amount and only lose 2%, and then that probably is the best buy you've had at that price, that you couldn't get a better buy at that price. Especially if the price goes down. I don't know what the price is going to do, because this all is getting a little crazy with this. But it might be a good idea, because, you know, I've been kind of thinking about buying some more. This might be a great opportunity to buy. Papa got really mad about the fact that Carony didn't use his code for V2. Papa was airing out stuff that had no business being said. Don't let his FUD make you sell. He was way out of line. I don't think anybody's selling based on what Papa said. And exactly how did you buy this? Won't take no slippage. It doesn't take that percentage when you do slippage. And so, like I said, somebody can correct me, but slippage is just allowing for that if the price is fluctuating that much. And I think the reason that we have to set ours high is because the tax. So we have to set our slippage high to make up for the price fluctuation with the tax. Because if you didn't set your slippage that high, then it wouldn't go through. But we set our slippage high to make up for the tax. But it doesn't charge you more. It just is. It allows for that much of a fluctuation in the price for you to buy it. So if people are buying like crazy and the price is going up like crazy, you increase your slippage in order to get that sell to go through. Otherwise, the price just keeps going up and you might miss that opportunity. But so that's how I understand that. I think that's the correct understanding of that. My reflections are still going crazy. The 2% doesn't seem to be slowing them down. Dude, I don't know. Maybe the best thing to do is to just sit back. I know that Safemoon wants everybody to migrate. I mean, you're not, it's not like you're making a ton of money by sitting back, I wouldn't think, unless you're holding a very big bag. Okay, so yeah, that's a good test too, that if I put the slippage on 3%, 4%, and it goes through, then I think that'll show that at the 2% tax that you can just buy Safemoon for 2% tax right now. I'm surprised they would do that. I'm still kind of shocked at that. Okay. It was 147. So if you were buying, say, $100 worth of Safemoon at 5 zeros 147, with $100 exactly, you'd be getting 68 million tokens. And with the 10% tax, you'd only be getting $90 worth. So you'd be getting 61. With a 2% tax, you'd be getting $98 worth. Coming out to 66. Yeah, guys, I think you can just buy Safemoon with a 2% tax right now on version 1. And you guys do that. Do what you will with that. You bought it this morning for 2%. Only 5% of holders have migrated so far. Long way to go. Evergrow coin doing good. Safemoon community doesn't like it when I talk about that, but I'll say this. Anybody who listened to me and jumped into Evergrow coin made a lot of money, and I still have, like, there's two things I'm very hyped for. One is Safemoon. The other one's Evergrow. I think they both have massive potential. So... Safe poops. 200 million reflections in 24 hours, 3.7 million in the last hour. Why would I migrate? I know, right? I will not go through with the slippage set at... It will not go through with the slippage set at 3%. Okay, well, I just tried it at 2 and it didn't go through, so let me raise it a little bit higher. There's probably a lot of buying and selling happening too, and usually when that's... Or a lot of buying probably happening, so when a lot of buying is happening, we should see the price increase, I think. Having these two different things is so odd. It makes everything so weird. I'm wondering if some people, because they know what they're doing, have, make a lot of money off of this. But, Safemoon wants everybody to migrate, so I don't want to, like, put out a video saying, hey, everybody, you can go buy Safemoon right now. It's cheap. It's only 2% tax. But at the same time, part of me feels like that would not necessarily be a terrible thing to do. The price went down for Safemoon a little bit, okay. So something that came up on Discord, keep in mind that the 1 to 1000, it might be that it looks like it's more due to this, but I don't know. No, yeah, like it can be if you don't know what you're doing. You just have to realize that over here you're dealing with, billions of tokens. Over here you're dealing with millions. So if you don't keep in mind the consolidation when you're looking at the difference in like reflections, then you might think that it's insane when really it's just that it's a higher amount over there, and once you consolidate, it's less. But at the same time, I think that that's not what was happening. Reflections were just way greater on version 1 for everybody who didn't migrate. Okay, so I went ahead and bought some. I won't be on here for too much longer, guys. It's nice hanging out with you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. I know some of you guys are you know, we've been friends for a while. How do you guys feel about me doing a stream during the day, or do you guys prefer a video, or you don't care either one? Because a stream, it's easier to kind of just go over the information without having to edit it down and cut it and do all that stuff, which I don't mind doing. But I started thinking, you know, what if I just did a stream every day to go over the information instead of a video? Is there anything besides the aforementioned Project Phoenix information? We will have a Twitter space on Phoenix before the end of this year. This will be huge. Captain is a real leader and dedicated to his mission. So yeah, there's no more AMAs for the rest of the year, but apparently I only touched on 2 aspects of it. There are a couple more I will be talking about later this month, working out the best medium for this information, as some of it is complicated. He says working out the best medium, and then this guy said we'll have a Twitter space. That is usually where they do their stuff, unless they put out a video or something. Okay, Austin, you prefer the video. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. It annoys me so much that a project as big as Safemoon handles a migration like this, like they don't have a clue what they're doing. Yeah, people, I mean, if you don't say this in a positive light, the Safemoon army is going to come after you. I kind of agree that it's not as smooth as it should be, but they're doing what they can. I know that much. I know they're doing what they can. Stream is cool because it's more interactive with your viewers. Okay, I'll probably just mix it up. I'll pick days that I feel like are better for streams and pick days I feel like are better for videos, or if I want to do both, I'll do both. Daily stream at the same time every day. Have a list of items of reviews so it's easy to see and know what stories you are going to be talking about. Yeah, I kind of feel like it's a good... I feel like it's a good... sorry, I'm just reading the chat and getting distracted. Wait a second. So is the price... This baffles me. Is the price of Safemoon going down on version 1? And there's going to be a separate price for version 2, which we can't tell what the price is for version 2 right now until they get enough liquidity or market cap over there high enough to show the price. Is that what's going on? So that there might actually be like a crazy arbitrage opportunity for people to make a lot of money right now. Appreciate the stream. Thanks for checking out the 2% on buy sell as well. You're welcome, Lions. Yeah. I'm Safemoon's all over the place right now. Wait a second. It was... So, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure that I got... Yeah. 14. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it only charges 2% right now, guys. You can... if you're planning on buying a lot with that 2% tax, you could, you know, do a test run, make sure that it only charged the 2% tax instead of that 10% tax, and then you could do a bulk buy if that's what you're looking at doing. And then there's also still higher, like, I have no idea why that doesn't seem to be incentivizing people to go over to V2. But maybe I'm missing something. That's why I keep saying that. I thought I saw V2 go to 0.04 on the charts for 10 minutes or so. I heard somebody say something about that. You can see the price for V2 if you migrated already. Okay, I didn't think you could. Do you have an idea why the market is down? Like the whole market? It's probably just a lot of factors that go into that, you know, everything with China and regulations and people selling Bitcoin and stuff like that. Streaming is better. Okay, I'll definitely, streaming's easier for me. I enjoy making videos, and it's nice because once you're done, you put it out there and come back in and to see the comments of people, what they think and stuff. Just shipped to V2. Okay, sorry, I'm just trying to read your guys' comments. Singapore are stopping Binance trading February, confirmed today. Did he get rid of that? Wait a second. So yeah, so you can buy at 2%, but you can also sell. Like you could sell and save 8% of your bag right now, right? Doesn't that seem to be a big problem? I don't know if I understand all that correctly, but that sounds like a big problem. Yeah, somebody here it is. Somebody said version 2 is almost at 4 cents. That's not the real contract. Okay, that's what some people are saying. That's not the real contract. Okay, guys. Yeah, that's some crazy information. Let me just check around because I don't know. This feels like something. Maybe I can jump into this chat real fast. Let's see what they're talking about. I'm gonna jump into the Safemoon Discord real fast. Only 2% for version 1. Yeah, so somebody has a huge bag and they were thinking about selling, they could sell and not pay the 8% fee. Or if a whale was trying to rebuy, they could buy. I just don't quite understand with all the migrating happening how the price is affected from one side to the other. If it's just it should all just be transferred over, but we're also going to have all these buys and sells happening with this 2% that I don't know. I would imagine that a crazy amount of buys could happen, but also a crazy amount of sells could happen too. This is just crazy. I'm buying as soon as I see a whale sells today. I might get lucky and get, yeah, you might be able to get a decent bag today if some whale tanks the price and you're able to buy at a 2% tax. I'll be right back. It'll give me like 60 seconds. Oh, let me read what he said. Your extra V1 reflections aren't free. They come at the cost of delaying the progress of Safemoon version 2 market cap and liquidity migration, slow down exchange adaptation, and so FUD. I don't necessarily agree with that. They're the ones that told people that no rush. Like if you go look at the Safemoon Discord, their official announcement said, no rush, take your time to migrate. John messaged people in Discord telling him to wait to migrate because reflections would be crazy. I've never heard of that. I doubt John would do that, by the way. John wouldn't do something like that. I would bet money that John would not do something like that because that would make him look really bad. That goes against everything that John stands for. John wants everybody to migrate. He wouldn't message a couple people and say, hey, rewards are going to be insane, so make sure you stay behind. Okay. I will be right back. Yeah, I don't believe that. Okay, they're just talking about games in there. That's what they talk about a lot in there. Well, there you guys go. There you guys go. There you go, guys. Kind of crazy information, right? So 2% tax. I don't know what's going to happen with the price. I don't know if they're going to change that out of nowhere. As of right now, from what you guys are reporting, the reflections still seem to be higher on version 1. You guys do what you think is best, or you know, probably. I don't even know what to say. You know, I know that Safemoon wants us to migrate, but something crazy might happen here. Hopefully not. Something crazy might happen where we make a lot of people a lot of money. You're welcome for the info, 8K Crypto. That was based on a different contract, though. The cat's in the box. Thank you. Whoop-de-doo. Appreciate that. It doesn't matter if you're in version 1 or version 2. You're still getting reflections either way, but it's like you can double dip if you're in version 2 and you have a big in version 1 and version 2. Yeah, like if you split it, if you split your Safemoon, then you could be able to kind of tell which one is getting more and how much each one's getting. Said that before V2 that reflections would be crazy, that earlier you migrated. This was based on Thomas's contract. I wonder if they said, hell, now everyone is going to do this, so let's release doing the opposite. That's what I said, end of world. I think most of that information you're talking about, I haven't seen that really anywhere else outside of me and my conversations with Papa about reflections being increased by migrating early. I didn't see anybody else talk about that, and I put out a video on that and talked to Thomas about that. Just want to see my correct balance in there. This is freaking me out. But then Thomas said that the contract that he made for this wasn't used. So there's just so much chaos and gaps in information happening right now. Going to be very awkward being on version 1 if someone buys on version 2. Just can't forget to not do the version 2 swap, because then your money gets locked into version 1. Then it becomes dust, so it's like a game of Risk. Well, not really, Jeepers, because they'll give an end date before that happens. You'll have plenty of time to do that. Yeah, end of the world. I didn't see anybody else say that. If they did, they had to have been referencing my content. Nobody else was talking about that. Maybe I'm the source of where that came from, because I literally... I know Joe wasn't talking. I know the Safe and YouTubers. Nobody was talking about that. But if I go to my channel, I mean, it's kind of a problem, because I got it from. I got the information from Papa, so I thought it was pretty legit. And I think it was, but because they didn't use his contract, it wasn't. No, don't do that. I didn't click a video. Why'd you do that? Don't do that. Put a video out 5 hours ago? Oh, no, I'm talking about weeks ago. I think we're just on a different page. Let me see if I can find this. Okay, so this was 1 month ago, right? This is 1 month ago that I made this video that I messaged Papa about it, because I thought, oh, what if you migrate early? How would that affect the reflections depending on where you're at? If you get over early, will you get a lot? If you stay, is there any benefit to staying? And this is the information. I mean, I could literally pull up that video. It says migrate early for huge increase in reflections. Safemoon, huge increase in reflections if you migrate earlier. This is based on a conversation that I had with Papa. If you haven't seen that video, it got 26,000 views. Nobody was talking about that. If anybody talked about that, I'm pretty sure it's because I started that. So I might have been at the source of this problem. But at the same time, Papa's saying that the contract that he made for this was not used. So maybe the one that he's talking about, it would have been a huge increase in reflections afterwards. And he talks about that in that stream that happened last night. He does talk about this, and I thought about putting that in a video since I'm the person who put out this video. But I based all this off of the wizard. Everybody considers the mastermind wizard behind Safemoon, so I felt safe in putting that video out. But that was a month ago. Pretty sure Ryan addressed it because someone brought it up in the AMA. What's up, Mohit? How's it going, bro? Let me read through your comments. Yes, I know exactly the video you're talking about that made you. I'm sure I've heard it confirmed. This contract wasn't used, so they either figured out Papa was going to rug us. I don't want to jump to those things. I don't know what kind of miscommunication happens there where he says they didn't use my contract. Well, then what were you working on? What did they do with that? Did they just lie to you and say, okay, Papa, you go work on that? And the entire time they had something else in mind? I don't know. They're not probably not going to find out. My reflections are over 200,000 on V2. I've noticed my reflections are a lot more higher. If Bitmart buys up in version 2 with less holders in version 2, the reflections would be huge. What's up, Mobile Trades in the chat? How's it going? Yo, can somebody donate $1 just so I know that donations are working? I'm just playing. I haven't seen any donations today. I'm like, maybe something's wrong with my channel. But everybody's probably just poor from buying Christmas stuff. But okay, guys, I got to, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I think we got the most of the most important information. If something crazy comes out later today that I feel like we need to go live to talk about it, I'll go live again. Everybody do me a favor before we head out. Hit the like button. That'll help this video, help this stream. How's it going, Crypto Control? I think Spartan Investor made a video on that as well, but he actually clearly referenced you. I thought that was cool. Yeah, I appreciate that when you give credit where it's due. Sometimes people don't do that. Oh, Mobile, thank you. Okay, it does work. So, okay, thank you, Mobile Trades. I appreciate that. I owe you $1 in one of your streams, man. I'll come get you back. I thought, because usually people, they hit you up with a couple of dollars here and there. I'm not complaining. I just didn't know if it was working or not. You guys don't have to donate. That's fine. All right, I'll catch you guys later. I do have to go. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video or stream at Mobile Trades. Thanks for that $1, guys. Go check out Mobile Trades right now. I don't know if he's live. And, Safemoon tax 2% right now. I might buy a decent amount of Safemoon. I mean, that saves you a lot of money, especially if the price goes down. I know, it's like, what? If the price goes down right now and you're only paying a 2% tax, you could get a ton of tokens at a huge discount. So we'll see how all that goes. But thank you so much, guys. You guys are awesome. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good day.